Nightly Gaming News.
Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. My name's Skylent, and this is a new show. All right, we talk about games and stuff. So let's talk about why you clicked on this video in the first place. That's right, the title topic. Going first, here we go. A Berserk video game, maybe, potentially? Well, it looks like Omega Force has a little teaser, sort of, kind of. Their logo looks very Berserker-ish. And yeah, so maybe are we getting a new Dynasty Warriors that's themed Berserk styled? I think the gameplay would definitely fit in the Berserk world. I really want it to work, and I think it just kind of makes sense as well. We're getting a new Berserk animation coming out. It's CG, but whatever. We're getting a new Berserk animation. The manga is actually restarting again, and basically Berserk, I think, is still probably like the forefather of so much awesome stuff in today's gaming world and manga and anime. I mean, like Dark Souls. Basically, Dark Souls is Berserk as a video game, kind of. So I would really like to see a Dynasty Warriors themed Berserk game, or really a Berserk themed Dynasty Warriors game. Hopefully it's, you know, a little bit more unique than the previous Dynasty Warriors, because they kind of have a tendency to just kind of run with themes, and basically the core gameplay is the same. Some people like that, but honestly, I've kind of gotten tired after playing Dynasty Warriors 1 ABC, 2 ABC, 3 ABC. Every time they make a Dynasty Warriors, they make 3 versions of the same game. And so it gets a little bit played out, but a new Berserk-themed Dynasty Warriors, if this comes true, well, I'm hyped. I'm hyped, and if it comes true, I will get it day one. But as an aside, I do want to say that if you have not read Berserk, it is the one manga that I fell in love with. It's the first manga that I actually really got into, and it really kind of opened up a whole new world to me. It did the same thing for many other people. It's actually an older manga, but it has amazing art. Okay, it's really good art. I mean, it starts out a little bit rough at first because of the age it's dated, but man, dude, that story is so good. You can watch the anime. They have multiple animations. They have multiple movies. Just jump into the world of Berserk, but I really do suggest that you read the manga. Even if you don't like manga, like myself, I didn't at the time. Berserk was my first manga that I fell in love with, and I think it'll happen to you too. And hey, if you don't want to jump into it now, just wait until we get a Berserk Dynasty Warriors game, and then I'm sure you'll fall in love with the world, like I did, like many others have. But like I said previously, if you are looking to get your Berserk fix on real quick then go ahead and play some Bloodborne or some Dark Souls. Those games are heavily inspired by Berserk. But if you've already played those, then I'm sure you can't wait for this new Dynasty Warriors. Again, just a rumor, but you know, it really looks like it's gonna be a thing. Alright, so we've got a new trailer for a game called Call of Cthulhu. This game reminds me a lot of maybe what Amnesia might kind of be like, you know? So I'm not too excited about it, but hey, there's a new trailer for a new game. Yeah, check it out. Next up in news, we kind of actually have some sad news today. WildStar launched on Steam, woo! Except nobody is still playing the game. I think it peaked at like under 2,000 players on Steam, which is not fantastic for an MMO. Massively multiplayer. Honestly, guys, there are some far, far worse games I would consider trash. Games that Steam overall has reviewed and considers trash that have more players playing the games. WildStar. Wow. This game is not a bad game. It just, like, I'm thinking it just isn't marketed appropriately. And of course, you know, its hype train derailed so long ago, and it's just really tragic. So even though I think personally it's a decent game, it doesn't have the population, and that's kind of like the point of playing an MMO, you know, for the massively multiplayer component to it. I think that WildStar might just be a pass now. Next in news, we got Titanfall 2 Collector's Edition has been revealed. Check out what you get in the Collector's Edition, which I am going to tell you guys to not pre-order, please. Titanfall, the original, died out so fast. It was just unbelievable. I don't think it was a bad game. It just didn't have much content at all. So, you know, wait until we get more news on this game. Wait until we actually get to see reviews and stuff. It's supposed to have a campaign. It's supposed to fix all the issues that the first one had. You know, but still, the first one had issues, and this could just be, I don't know, a Hail Mary, like they're just throwing something out, trying to get some more monies, or maybe they genuinely want to correct the mistakes they made and want to make a really good product. And that's kind of seemingly what it seems to be like, but, you know, we never know. Next, we have some meta news. YouTube is changing their terms of service. So a lot of trolling channels, they troll in video games. It's probably like the most popular form. And a lot of channels use video games as sort of like as background footage or, you know, like gameplay commentaries. I'm going to say like Leafy mainly. And, well, the terms of service is going to really focus and buckle down on trolling videos. Is Leafy himself a troll? I don't know, but I just do know that there is a lot of trolling videos with gaming. I don't know, does that count as bullying, cyberbullying? I don't know, but the YouTube terms of service is changing, so we might see a lot less of those kind of videos, which does impact the overall gaming community, so I thought I'd mention it. Next up, hype. Okay, we got Halo Wars 2 image dump. You can check out all the images there. You can kind of glean a little bit about the gameplay, but you don't really got to wait that long to actually see some gameplay. Halo Wars 2 open beta is next week. We're gonna check out the game. Me, personally, I'm actually very excited about it. I really did miss out on the original Halo Wars. I thought it looked really cool. I did play the demo, but I never purchased it because it's a console arts. Yes, I love the idea though, and now I think this time around I'm going to get it, maybe potentially. But in the end, I think we could always use a little bit more RTS, or at least a little bit more flavor in the RTS genre. I mean, StarCraft kind of just dominates it completely, so let's try to get in some new blood. Okay, guys, now I know this is done at night, and you kind of missed out a little bit on it, but Dark Souls 1 Global Restart Day started today. However, Dark Souls takes a little bit to actually progress through the game, so I'm pretty sure you're fine all this week. If you want to restart your Dark Souls 1 character and play through the game, basically the idea is that they want to sort of repopulate the game. So you jump into Dark Souls 1, make sure you're always human, make sure you're unhollowed, and just go through the game, get invaded, do invasions, do some jolly cooperation, and just relive the glory that is Dark Souls 1. Or maybe if this is your first time ever playing the game, or you're thinking about playing the game, now is the time to jump in and really experience it like it was back in its glory days, or maybe even better so, since there's now new mods and everything, and back then Dark Souls 1 was a pretty bad port, but with all these new modifications, the game is now completely playable. Hey guys, we got a new trailer, Neo Tokyo trailer for Rocket League. Rocket League has actually been getting some really sick updates that kind of blows me away. Rocket League has been getting so much support, and it kind of makes me feel bad for their other game, Nosgoth, has not been doing that great. Actually, it canceled. Anyways, Rocket League is doing freaking fantastic, so pretty cool to see Neo Tokyo little trailer. Just a cute little trailer, just kind of show off the new DLC. Well, I normally don't show off DLC, but Rocket League is such a big game. We gotta talk about it, right? We gotta talk about it. Since you guys asked for it, you guys wanted to know when new games were coming out and to show off games that were really exciting, you know, indie games, stuff like that, early access games. Well, here's one. Gloria Victis, early access is now on Steam. Now, technically, this game was already in early access. You could have bought into it, you know, with founder packs and played the game. It was in a totally unplayable state until kind of recently. I actually did play it back in the day, and this footage is actually from my gameplay of that. I think the game has potential. It was super rough getting started, but any game in this genre really is. Now, this is a open world sandbox low fantasy, so no magic and dragons and stuff, a low fantasy medieval PvP game. So, you know, you're gonna have clans and stuff, and you're gonna craft weapons out of like the hides of your enemies and stuff like that. It's low fantasy though, so whether you like that or not, I think people who are into this genre really don't really care for the magic and stuff. They just want the dirty, gritty, you know, the basics, you know, the medieval warfare, and that's good for them. They want it solid, and this game is kind of solid. It needs a little bit of work, but it has come a long way from where it was, so there it is. Gloria Victis, early access, now available on Steam. And is it worth it? It's up for debate, but it's definitely better than its competitors. Next up in pretty big news, we got official Destiny Rise of Iron reveal trailer. I want to talk about this trailer just for 1 second, okay? This trailer really didn't stir anything inside of me. Now, I'm not exactly enthralled with Destiny, but I thought its other trailers were pretty good. I do have the game. I barely touched it because I thought, I don't know, it just feels like a half-assed game in a way. I know the later levels and all that good stuff, it gets good later. Okay, I understand that. But I don't know. Anyways, Destiny just feels like a half product to me, and this trailer isn't really showing me otherwise. It just kind of feels like more tacked on content, quotation marks, that I think people who like Destiny are going to enjoy, but I don't think it's going to get people to go and play Destiny. In the end though, I guess I bought the game. I might as well get it too and really try to enjoy it. But the voice acting in this trailer, the actual action that we see, like, it just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't really reveal much. It just... you know? For those who actually play Destiny, was there actually some secret, like, sort of visuals in the video? Was there actually some reveals that was really big in the story? I don't know. For me, I don't really play Destiny, so maybe for you it was cooler, but for me, lackluster trailer for a half-product game. And for those who want to know what real-life events, real-world events are happening in the world of gaming, we've got the Super Love Jam actually occurring today. So submissions are open from today at 6 p.m. all the way to Sunday at 6 p.m. It's just a real quick, light game jam that's going to focus on gender, sexual identity, and relationships. And today's cosplay of the day, I know you guys have been waiting for it. We have Vega. Actually, I know this person in real life. Isn't that neat? Anyways, she is cosplaying as Mettaton. I don't know. I don't play Undertale, but it's from Undertale, and it actually looks pretty freaking fantastic. Definitely a lot of effort going into it. And one thing I would like to mention, I love photos with a group of people. It just makes the cosplay so much more better because you know what kind of fun they're having, the events that they go to, the community. That's what it's all about. Anyways, the cosplay stands alone by itself. Effort, skill, beauty, all that good stuff. Also, you know, it doesn't hurt that I knew her in real life. So yeah, there's the shout out, Vega. And it's that time of the day where we talk about the question of the day. We have yesterday's question and a response, guys. Thank you so much for the vocality in every single episode. I've had multiple answers to these questions that I've been asking, and I don't know, I think we've been having a lot of fun, but today I'm not doing a question of the day because I think I'm going to be switching from nightly to weekly, okay? Because in 3 weeks, I'm actually moving to a new studio in a bigger city, and it's gonna be fun, okay? It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna change around some graphics, some effects. We're gonna change around a little bit of the format for the show. It is gonna come back bigger and stronger. It's gonna be weekly for maybe potentially these 3 weeks, and then we might bring it back to nightly. But I just want to say, you know, I'm preparing for that. And thanks so much for showing me that this could actually work out. I'm going to also change around the format, you know, different kinds of stories like I kind of did today. Talk about some meta events, talk about some actual real world events. I want to also be traveling to these events. And hopefully, you know, the cosplay of the day can stop being me creeping on Facebook and Twitter profiles and stuff and me actually going out to these events and doing that. I have been asked a couple of times to do that. I had paid flights and everything, but I just wasn't prepared. And in 3 weeks, I will be prepared. So I'm also going to be doing giveaways every single week instead of just like randomly whenever I get random free stuff and gives it to use. I'm going to actually spend some money and do giveaways for you guys, okay? And I'm trying to make every episode 10 minutes long, and I'm trying to actually get bigger, better stories and look a little bit deeper into stuff because for some of these episodes, I mean, one actually got over 1,000 views. I mean, that's cute, right? To some people, that's nothing. But some of these videos also only got like 100. So I don't know overall how I really feel about this. I don't know how you guys feel about this. I just know that I get a bunch of likes, I get a bunch of comments, and it seems like we're all kind of having fun. So I'm going to reinvigorate this this thing that we're doing, this nightly gaming news, weekly gaming news. I don't know. I want to do something different and fresh than other people. That's why I didn't want to do it weekly. But I do want to add more production value. I do know that, and doing it nightly just hasn't really added what I wanted. It wasn't as good as I think it could have been. But if we get more views, you know, if I actually try a little bit harder, we'll start with weekly. I'll work on motion graphics. I'll try harder, get the bare bones set up, and then once that happens, then I can probably move back to nightly. Okay, so I'm going to try to get the quality first and then the quantity. All right, so that's it. That's the ending notes here for the nightly gaming news show. Yesterday I said tomorrow would be the last. It is going to be the last nightly. We're going to do it weekly for just a little bit, just to, you know, make it clear. Hopefully you enjoyed the news and, you know, my flavor that I added to it, you know, my personal opinions. If you like me elaborating more on the news, or if you just want the news, you know, in simpler, minimalistic kind of, you know, fashion, let me know what you want. We'll try to get this show the best, because really it's run by you. It exists because of you. It only has, the spark was just for me because I was bored, but you guys really gave me such a response that I had to keep going. So I'm not going to stop. We're going to keep going. It's just going to change for a little bit, and I think it's going to change for the better. So please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That's the question of the day. The question of the day is not even a full, it's just a vague suggestion / question thing. It's like, guys, please tell me what I should do, and we'll get to it. We'll get to work, okay? We'll work hard, and we're going to have some fun. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Skylent, and I'll see you guys later.